Welcome to Storyteller. I am computerized voice, narrating stories created by Kumar.C. Rapashaya, Padusa. Starring Vishal, Rajini, Richard, Ghana, Napoleon. Supported by Santosh, Newake, and CDK. This imaginary story adding real-life actor and other people as characters, starts with a counseling by actor Santosh, who is a psychologist and marriage counselor. This counseling starts with actor Vishal as Vasu is an engineering graduate. He is soft-natured, smart and intelligent. His childhood ambition was to join MNC automobile company. He achieves his ambition and joins biggest automobile company Benz. Another side, actor Richard as Richard is a city-based funky guy, who don't show fear and dares to do anything. These details in the counseling are given by Vicky and Vishal's father actor Napoleon as Paul Pandey. Now let's go to the main story. Ghana as Ambarish explains about his experience in his cousin's marriage to Vasu. Ambarish, who is close friend and family friend of Vasu. He starts up with the crowd came for a marriage, who were not concerned about him, and all were in group talking. Then about Richard who is his cousin uncle's sister's son. He was showing attitude over Ambarish, and of empathy got one supportive friend Rajini as Rajini Richard's sister, a silent girl, but she to some time ignoring him. He felt embarrassed by the environment. Vasu thinks of why Ghana explaining about this to him. And finally Ambarish comes to the point. Ambarish asks Vasu to marry Rajini. First he was not in situation to accept the offer, but later by Ambarish's uncle Gavaskar request, both the families sat for engagement. Now let me introduce Gavaskar. Character is played by CDK and the full name as Patabi Gavaskar, a funny CBI officer with Arjun Singh Newake. He joined CBI after struggling to work as office boy. Vasu and Rajini got engaged, but here was the twist. Richard was joined as junior staff to Vasu's automobile company. Vasu treats Richard in bad way. They both show their anger in company campus, cricket group, down the road, and, finally, this ends in a hospitalizing of Vasu. This makes both the family angry and Vasu cuts his engagement with Rajini. Now the main story part. The raw part, Pashaya, Padusa part. The part to solve the issue between the family and starting a fresh beginning. As we started the story with counseling, let's continue the counseling part. Let me introduce the marriage counselor Santosh. Santosh is friend of Gavaskar. Both worked together in a medical firm. Santosh integrates first with Vicky. Vicky father of Richard and Rajini. He explains, Richard is pampered guy and he used to not listen to anyone. The accident of Vasu was of same effect. But I don't know about the anger of Vasu. Next integration was with Pal Pandey, Vasu's father. He explains, Vasu is soft-natured and he don't dare to go for any fights. Instead it comes for family and friends. The next was Vasu. Vasu tells, his main intention to trouble Richard was to test the attitude, which he showed against his friend Ambarish. Ambarish explained me about the marriage incident. I got to know he had special care against their cousin, but they didn't show their bother to Ambarish instead. I know my friend Ambarish. He explains about Rajini. He was truly loving the girl, but the embarrassment turned to say he was not worth for it. He wanted another person equal to him to marry Rajini, and he chose me. Then Santosh asks, okay Vasu, didn't you have soft corner on Rajini? You have already integrated. As a person, how do you see Rajini? I don't have any harsh attitude over Rajini. I am family valued person. I engaged Rajini in sake of Ambarish. I thought of breaking up in between, but I couldn't. I still remember the time spent with her. She was humble, good friend. Then Gavaskar and Santosh sits together in coffee shop and discusses about the counseling. Santosh explains, Vasu really has some soft corner over Rajini, but we need to integrate with Rajini about her opinion after the breakup. Is she still likes him? What they had in their mind. Gavaskar says, yes, the affection needs to be checked. I am a bachelor. I lived bachelor still now as I was too busy with work. The first girl whom I was set for a marriage was good, but my job's sake I couldn't agree. I met her after a long time in hospital with her child, but still I was had some light feel on her, missing her. After a so long time, I think the same will be with these kids. Now integration with Regini. Regini explains, I fully agree for this marriage, but I respect my family. Girls respect their family. I felt harder when boss behaved harsh on my family, disrespecting my father and breaking up my engagement. But if it comes for some solution, I am okay to marry Vasu. I like him as person. I respect him as person. But a slight disagreement on the things happened. But as said by you, I can forget those harsh incidents. Finally everything gets solved, but Richard was still angry. So Vasu and other member planned with a song to cool the angriness of Richard and this. And this comes to the end to the movie by saying, life meets many people, many differences, and it starts to rebuild to fresh begin. Life is like Rapashaya Padusa, every time it's a new beginning.
Thank you.